Once the largest bank by market capitalization, now the fourth largest bank, and among the big four, it is Wells Fargo. Founded in 1929 in Minneapolis, it serves its corporate headquarters in San Francisco, California. It is ranked 26th on the corporate 500 rankings of largest US corporations by total revenue. It has different services like community banking, which includes regional banking, diversified products, ATMs. Then we have consumer lending, which serves $1.8 trillion in home mortgages, student loans, wealth and investment management, and asset management. Wells Fargo has a market cap of $112 billion. That is more than a nation of Croatia or Tunisia if we compare by the GDP. Analysts predict its earnings will grow 40% per year, despite having a high volatile share price this year. It had been trading at around $53 at the start of the year 2020, dropped to a low of $21 and now trading at about $29. We can see the drastic drop in the share price. That being said, it had been very volatile. The US market this year had given a return of 19.2%, while we can see Wells Fargo gave a negative return of 44.1%. Why is that? It's largely because of its rapid decline in earnings, where in September 30, it had a large one-off loss of $917 million, impacting its 2020 financial results. That is roughly 56% decline in earnings. The pandemic did curtail earnings by forcing lenders to set aside tens of billions of dollars to prepare for loan defaults. Wells Fargo, one of the nation's largest lender, put aside an additional $751 million in the third quarter for SOHO loans. Loan losses remain low, but the bank said they may be delayed because it had offered payment deferrals during the pandemic. Despite this, analysts think that the financial health of Wells Fargo is in solid condition. If you have to look forward in the earnings expectations, we must look at how much people do trust the bank. This heavily relies on its past and its present doings. Let's start with its past doings. Wells Fargo Jewelry Advantage Card. I would like to tell you about this program with an instance which happened with a couple. A guy named Nick recently proposed his girlfriend in London. He proposed with a cheap Tiffany's ring but assured her to get her marriage ring while they got back to the States. Nick knew a big check was coming in about 9 months, which would cover all his costs, so he wasn't much worried. When they went to buy the ring, the staff said it was 0% financing as long as they paid in full within a year. This would mean the couple would get the ring 9 months early, so they filled out the forms, got it approved for $10,800. We know general loans typically range at about 10% and most credit cards would be about 15%. He did assume it to appear on his credit report as an installment loan, much like student debt or a car. Things went well until a few weeks later a packet arrived at the doorstep from Wells Fargo. Instantly, whatever Nick assumed were completely wrong. Apparently this wasn't a loan but a credit card. Immediately he noticed his credit score dropped by 20 points, which he was not expecting. The welcome package clearly notified it was not a take it or leave it offer, since they already have taken it. The monthly payment had to be paid, and also an interest of a whopping 28% had to be paid if the money borrowed for the ring is not returned before a year. That's the range of a payday loans. So in summary, if you owe even $1 when the 1 year mark hits, you're looking at a couple of $1,000 in interest at least. Wells Fargo has one of its bank branches in Alice, Texas. This story clearly depicts the reason why Wells Fargo had been hit with a lawsuit by a Texas jewelry company, which accused the bank of encouraging thousands of retailers nationwide to charge hidden fees to customers using financing programs created by the bank. Wells Fargo likely collected as much as $800 million a year in hidden finance charges through these programs. These programs, gone by the names Wells Fargo Jewelry Advantage or Wells Fargo Home Projects, certainly alleged violations of US Truth in Lending Act. We can clearly get an idea how furious this must be to the customers who went through these programs. In September of 2016, Wells Fargo was issued a combined total of $185 million in fines for opening over 1.5 million checking and savings accounts and 500,000 credit cards on behalf of their customers, without their consent. The scandal was caused by an incentive to create new accounts. It led to firing of 5,300 employees and $5 million being set aside for customer refunds on fees for accounts the customer never wanted. Giving 2 instances of its past definitely shakes a newcomer customer, doesn't it? So, what good thing has the bank done in its past? Well, in 2017, it had made all of its 13,000 ATMs card-free access. So, if you search by Wells Fargo ATMs near me or Wells Fargo banks near me, probably they will be card-free. Recently, Wells Fargo said it had taken actively in mortgage lending market as it is booming worldwide. It also is ramping up the investment banking division in order to better compete against peers. Wells Fargo, according to Bloomberg, ranks 9th in terms of US investment banking share and is well behind JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America and Citigroup. The bank plans to ramp up operations like repo financing, prime services type financing by leveraging existing relationships it already has on the commercial side with middle market companies. Wells Fargo, in order to build public image and trust, is also giving grants as a prize for social causes. It recently awarded the High Plains Food Bank with a $33,000 grant to help the food bank combat hunger here in Texas. High Plains Food Bank Executive Director Jack Wilson said this grant was a surprise from Wells Fargo to the food bank. Finally, so what does TA, that is Technical Analysis of Wells Fargo, tell us? Well, on 6th of January 2021, it gave an impressive breakout touching prices over $32.5. It does have strong resistance at 34. The price might also be moving to the information of earnings, which is to come on 15th of January 2021. According to analysts, the fair value of the stock is around $26. So we believe it is overvalued, but the analysis is only based on the last result given by the company reports. Certainly, with greater conviction, our positive results may be coming out on 15 January looking at the price movement. One looking for long-term on the stock should wait, but traders looking for short-term profit, one can trade with proper risk management when price crosses $34. If you like this video, please leave a like and a comment. What do you think of all this? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to see my next video when it comes out. Thank you for watching and see you until next time.